Welcome back to part 2 of 2 for Tuesday. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35 years. In this video, we are going to be looking at Johnny Depp. If you missed it, Amber Heard, we talked about her in part 1 and how they're both doing post-divorce. But let's get into Johnny Depp. This is my favorite part. I'll see you guys in a minute. Welcome back, Tarot fam. So 2 for Tuesday, we are doing 2 videos on 2 topics that are related. This is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Everybody's been asking for it. So Amber Heard went back on the stage for a short period of time this summer, performing in a play. And there have been some bad reviews, but I took a look and it looks like some people don't think that she did that bad of a job. So if you want to go check her video out, go check out the other part of this one. But we're going to be talking about Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp won his 2022 defamation case against Heard, with the jury awarding him $15 million, which was later reduced. And she won $2 million back in a countersuit. His publicity said he has publicly said the verdict gave him his life back and has expressed gratitude for support during the ordeal. And if we all remember, Popcorn Planet were huge supporters of him, taking Dan Wooten to task for some of the things that he had said in a prior publication. But Popcorn Planet, Andy Signor and his team, they actually went down, they met with Johnny Depp, and they did a lot of good stuff for him. So love that they did that. So in a rare interview, he called himself a sucker for falling in love with Heard, showing candid self-reflection on the tumultuous relationship. So let's see how he is doing now. There are rumors of him dating. There's all kinds of stuff. Personally, I thought Winona Ryder was the perfect match for him, but we all know she's married to Keanu Reeves. But I thought him and Winona were absolutely gorgeous together. I remember when they broke up, I was like, I could be available. And if you've been a fan of this channel for some time, I had an awkward celebrity meeting with him at Barney's Beanery in Los Angeles. I am still mortified and blushing as I'm telling the story, because someone said Johnny Depp is here, and I went, oh, where? And he was right here and totally saw me fangirling, and he knew the people that I was with, and they engaged in conversation with him, and I wanted to crawl under the table and die. Fun fact, I found out that Janis Joplin was in Barney's Beanery the night before she passed away. Imagine that. So, or I think in the week before she passed away. So go figure. Famous place, Barney's Beanery. So let's bring up that card view. As I do it, hit that like button. And also remember, I have psychometry coming up this weekend. Gregopedia and I are going to cover that in Super Nat Saturday. And then we're going to go right into an off YouTube class on how you can learn how to do psychometry yourself. I'm also reprising my 20 for 20 for the 20th and the 21st. So there are limited spaces available between the filming of these 2 videos. I know that the schedule kind of filled up as I did advertise it this morning. So there's still some pockets of time. It may be a little bit awkward if you're trying to get consecutive appointments. If you would like a consecutive appointment, it's totally fine with me. There's a 5-minute break in between, but just book them back to back and you can get 40 for 40. So hope to see some of you on my schedule. That is a huge reduction of my regular fee. And I would love to see some of you there. As always, I have 3 pay what you can readings every single week for a half hour. So if you need a little bit of a bump, you need some help, just book it down below, set your price, and I will be your guide. So let's giddy up, Buttercup. We are going to bring up that card view. So how is Johnny Depp right now with falling in love? He was a sucker for falling in love with Amber Heard. How is he for falling in love right now? Is he ripe? Is he ready? Is he never gonna love again? And so we've got the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles both in reverse, which means one of two things. He is either open to love at this point or completely committed to having a close off. Which one is it? Is he open for business? The Empress, I do think that he is open for business. You know what? Enough time has passed. So single ladies, all the single ladies, get out there. Johnny Depp, he's getting ready. He is getting ready to date. Don't break his heart because I will be very, very cross with you. So has he leveled out emotionally from the loss of his marriage, the damage that was done to his ex-wife, his children, and even his mother passed away during the whole business with Amber Heard. Amber Heard viciously, and I do say viciously, filed for divorce like the day after his mom passed away, or just really, really poor timing. So has he healed from this experience? How has he come out of it? The Fool. Nine of Wands. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Tower. Four of Wands in reverse. He's a little bit of a nomad right now. Meaning he's not going to lay his heart on the line anytime soon for anyone in particular. He is going to maintain an independence that will keep his progress unimpeded. The Two of Pentacles, I do think that there's a bit of an inner struggle here because I know that he is craving connection with a partner, but he is not willing to let himself trust fall into the clutches of another. The beginning of what went on with him and Amber was too sweet, and he is concerned that he will experience that again and be blinded by the light. So let's talk a little bit about his career. So Depp made a comeback through Jeanne du Barry, in 2023, which premiered at Cannes to a standing ovation. Standing ovation. Why would they not? One of the most versatile actors of his age and of all time. He directed Modì, 3 Days on the Wing of Madness in 2024 about Amadio Modigliani, which premiered at the San Sebastian Film Festival and received a warm reception. And he's exploring a return to the Pirates of Caribbean with Jerry Bruckheimer, discussing a possible 6th installment pending script development. So the $1 million question, the multi-million dollar question. Is Disney going to get Johnny Depp back? Are we going to get Jack Sparrow? Wheel of Fortune, things look favorable. They are bringing in a script doctor. Two of Swords. He has some very, very clear things that he wants. And guess what, guys? They are going to serve it up on a platter. Up here, the Six of Pentacles, they definitely want him in there. And Johnny Depp is actually in the power spot of this dynamic. I'm just saying. Wheel of Fortune here in the middle. Good things for everybody. The Three of Wands, we need to get some bigger brains. I think they need a script doctor. Not necessarily a script doctor, but somebody really good to write the script, because I think they did something to his character in the fifth one, and they were going to have a girl, and I don't even know. I only watched the first few that he were in. I didn't want to watch any that he wasn't included in. So I'm not sure what happened. But here, the Hierophant, they are saying, we're going to take our power out of the situation. We're going to figure out what we need to do to get you back in, because the series, the universe is nothing without you. That is what they're saying. Ace of Pentacles, we're going to have to wait for this, guys. So it is not going to go into works just yet. This, I think, is also about what they're going to pay him. The World. 9 of Swords in reverse, and the Empress. They're going to have to sweeten this deal. They're going to have to sweeten it. They're going to have to put a lot of good stuff on there, and they're going to have to give him some creative control. I think no one knows Captain Jack Sparrow better than Mr. Johnny Depp himself. So they are going to have to allow him some creative leeway in here. So let's talk about some other projects that he may be involved in. Johnny Depp is currently filming Daydrinker, an action thriller directed by Mark Webb, co-starring Penelope Cruz. Loved her and Johnny Depp in Blow. And Madeline Klein is also in the movie. Filming began in April 2025 in Spain. So let's see how that is going to go. Is Daydrinker going to be a blockbuster? Not to be confused with Blockbuster Video. It's going to be a blockbuster. What do we got? 5 of Swords, Page of Cups. Now, this looks like a troubled production here. It looks like we've got some conflicts of how things should go. I don't think it has to do with the talent as far as the acting. I think it has to do with the production, the director, and the way that things are happening. I think there are a lot of things that are getting in the way of this production. I'm going to have to look it up and see if they've been troubled by weather or filming delays, that kind of thing. But that's really what I'm seeing here, is that there's delays of smoothness, a lot of hurry up and wait, which is dangerous for Johnny Depp. They don't want Johnny Depp to have to hurry up and wait and do some fun things on the side. The 9 of Cups, it's not turning out the way they want it to. Page of Swords, I do think they're trying to rewrite some of the dialogue. And then over here, the Queen of Swords, they are getting somebody in there. Penelope Cruz is donating some of her lineage. So she's ad-libbing some of her lines, in my opinion. And I think that she is helping that script along and kind of helping the development of her character. So I think a little bit, I don't want to say a troubled production, but I think we've got some trouble on the production. Let's talk about his artwork. He launched art exhibits and continues to sell artwork. His 2024 New York show, a bunch of stuff, premiered to a warm reception, underscoring his multidimensional creative identity. So, is he going to keep going with the tarot paintings that he's been doing? Is he going to keep going with them? King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. I think he wants to dial it back from that. What's up with that? Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. He's trying to figure out how to make that work. Johnny Depp, make a deck. I will use it all day long. I promise you. I know like 10 other readers that will use it all day long. We will use your deck. Make it so. Make it so. So I think maybe tabled on that. What about the rest of his artwork? What about the rest of his artwork? Are we going to see more Johnny Depp artwork? We're going to see bigger, bolder pieces. You know, he does do some really large pieces, and would love to get my hands on them. Queen of Wands, not Queen of Pentacles. Look, I shuffled them. 9 of Cups, guys. 10 of Wands. There's the 9 of Wands. He feels better when he does big, long projects that he can kind of come back to. So that being said, I think we will see more artwork, but I think it's going to be less frequent. We're not going to see like these big shows, like a bunch of stuff. So, Johnny Depp, do the tarot deck. Do the tarot deck. We will all buy it. I promise you. Sell it. Name your price. We will all buy it. So these endeavors signal that Johnny Depp's healing through artistic expression is in play, and he is back in the public eye in his own terms. So, is this artwork, physical art, is it helping him heal? Is it helping him heal and process? Yes. Generosity to himself. It's something that he can do in private. He doesn't need anyone to deal with it. He doesn't need an agent or a director or anyone telling him what and where he should go. He does struggle with it a little bit. And I do think that having formal education, having a formal tutor come in could rectify that. Like, grabbing another artist and saying, hey, can we just like spend the weekend and look at my work and maybe work up some sketches and have some fun? Like, can we do that? I think that that would be greatly beneficial to him, but I don't know who that is, and he does not know who that is more specifically. So a little bit of mentoring would be great. There's something about looking into artwork that's very different from his, like Georgia O'Keeffe, which is a very different in tone. It's much lighter and airier, and there's a sweetness to it, where his feels unwashed and raw and gritty, and just a little bit different. So there's something about bringing a lightness into his work. If we start to see a lightness in his artwork, we can expect that that is a reflection of his emotional state as well. So let's see what his Yellow Brick Road is. What is in store? What can Mr. Johnny Depp, what can he do to maximize his existence for the best ride for the last few years? Knight of Pentacles, don't worry about money, baby. Page of Wands, you are not to be called into any jobs. The Four of Pentacles, live life to the fullest. That may not be a great recommendation for someone who has substance problems, but this says cherish every moment, maximize every moment, specifically with your children. Here we go. The World. None of us know when it is over. And Johnny Depp, I am going to give you a little warning here. When the end is coming, you will not know that it is coming. It will come like a thief in the night, and you will not expect it, and neither will any of us. So cherish every moment from here on out. That is my Yellow Brick Road for you. And that is the conclusion of my 2 for Tuesday for this Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about Johnny Depp. Let me know what you think about his projects. Let me know what you think about his artwork. Let me know what you think about the rest of his life, because I'm thinking Johnny Depp is going to have to make some time to have some experiences right now. So love this guy to death. I want to see him stay on the planet as long as possible, but I got to go now. So I will see you all in the future.